Today's camp recap video comes to you from home because I didn't have time to do it earlier, and also I just figured this is what it looks like after you spend a week out at camp, speaking, having a blast. So here we go. Have you ever read the Chronicles of Narnia? If you haven't, you need to close Instagram right now and just go read it. Basically, it's this family of 4 kids. They're sent out to these distant relatives' house in the English countryside because it's wartime in Britain and Britain's being bombed. And in this giant empty mansion, they find a wardrobe. And through the wardrobe is a magical universe called Narnia. And it's filled with all kinds of talking animals, mystical beasts, and more. But something happens the very first time they enter into Narnia together. Edmund, he's the younger of the 2 brothers. He's always jealous and tired of his older siblings. Classic younger sibling, right? He wanders off when he's met by a white queen, but we as the readers know this is actually the White Witch who has enslaved Narnia in eternal winter and wants to kill the children so they can't fulfill some prophecy that promises their downfall. Anyways, Edmund's tempted by the promise of power over his siblings and some Turkish delight, and he betrays his siblings, which almost leads to their death and does lead to his enslavement by the White Witch. Meanwhile, fast forward in the story, Aslan, a lion and the true king of Narnia, he's shown up. And as the armies are preparing for battle, the White Witch approaches Aslan's camp, declaring her claim over the traitor Edmund's life. But strangely, Edmund is left to go free, despite being guilty of treason. What we find out that night is that Edmund is set free because Aslan goes in his place, the king in the place of the traitor, his death instead of Edmund's. Because this is what Jesus did 2,000 years ago when he was crucified by the Romans. Because Jesus is the one true king, and in the kingdom of God, the king takes the place of the rebel so the rebel can be set free. Jesus is the one promised in Genesis 3:15 who will take on that old deceiver, the serpent. But Jesus' death on a cross is not his defeat. It's how he becomes king. Though the serpent strikes, all the powers of sin and death the world can throw at him, he is the one who by his death defeats death. Jesus doesn't stay dead, but he is raised to life because he is the author of life himself. See, so many of us, we wear a cross on our neck, we have one tattooed on our arm, but yes, the cross is more than just decoration. It is a declaration and an invitation to find life and forgiveness in Jesus. See, you are not too far gone, you are not too messed up, you are not too much of a rebel because the one true king stepped into your place so that you can be free to live newness of life. And you guys, this isn't just a story. It's not just a book, but is an invitation. Have you found your freedom in him yet?